What if I told you the AI you use today did not begin with chatbots or robots or even deep learning? It started with a very simple question. Can a machine predict what comes next? That one idea eventually led to spam filters, recommendation systems, image recognition, ChatGPT, and now AI agents that can actually do work for you. But the road from simple prediction to thinking like systems took decades of failed ideas, hard breakthroughs, and a few moments that changed everything. This is the story of how AI evolved and why the revolution is only just beginning. The story of AI begins long before modern apps and chatbots. In the 1940s and 1950s, scientists started asking whether intelligence could be described mathematically. One of the most famous voices was Alan Turing. Turing did not ask, "Can a machine feel like a human?" He asked something more practical. Can a machine behave in a way that looks intelligent? That idea led to the Turing test, a way of judging whether a machine could hold a conversation well enough to seem human. Around the same time, early researchers were already imagining brain-like machines. These were not real neural networks yet, but they planted the first seed. Maybe intelligence could come from connected units working together. Then in 1956, at the Dartmouth Conference, the field got its name. Artificial intelligence. Researchers were optimistic, very optimistic. Some believed human-level AI might arrive quickly. They were wrong about the timeline, but they were right about the direction. AI began as a question about imitation, language, and behavior, not as a chatbot. The early years of AI were full of excitement. Programs could solve small logic puzzles. They could play with symbols. They could even imitate conversation in limited ways. One famous example was Eliza, an early chatbot that could respond like a therapist. People were amazed by it, even though it did not truly understand what it was saying. That was the first big lesson in AI. A machine can sound smart without actually understanding. At the same time, researchers realized something important. The real world is messy. A machine that works in a lab with simple rules may collapse when the problem becomes too complicated. Early systems needed too many handwritten rules. They could not handle uncertainty, language, or common sense very well. That gap between hype and reality caused the first AI winter. Funding shrank. Interest cooled. People started to wonder whether AI had been overhyped. But the field did not die. It waited. Early AI was impressive in demos, but weak in the real world. While some AI systems relied on rules, another idea was growing in the background. What if instead of coding intelligence by hand, we let the machine learn from examples? That is the basic idea behind machine learning, and one of its earliest forms was the neural network. Neural networks were inspired by the brain, but they were much simpler than real neurons. The important idea was this. For example, if a neural network is learning to recognize handwritten numbers, that was a major shift. Instead of giving a machine every rule, researchers gave it examples and let it learn the pattern. Later, backpropagation made this much more practical. That allowed neural networks to adjust themselves based on mistakes. This was the beginning of modern learning-based AI. Neural networks learn by stacking simple pattern detectors into deeper layers. Machine learning is one of the most important ideas in modern AI. The simplest way to explain it is this. You give the computer lots of examples, and it learns patterns that help it make predictions. That sounds simple, but it changed everything. For example, machine learning worked because the world was producing more digital data than ever before. The internet exploded. Clicks, purchases, searches, messages, photos, and videos became trainable data. That was the turning point. AI stopped being just a theory about intelligence and became a practical system for prediction. Machine learning is pattern recognition from data at scale. But data alone was not enough. To learn from huge datasets, AI needed more compute. That is where hardware became crucial. Researchers explored parallel computing, including early ideas like the transputer, a step toward many processors working together. The core insight was simple. If you want a machine to think bigger, you need more processing power. Eventually, GPUs became the breakthrough hardware for AI. They were not designed for AI at first. They were designed for graphics. But their ability to do many calculations in parallel made them perfect for training neural networks. This is one of the hidden stories of AI history. Every big leap was not only about smarter algorithms. It was also about better machines that could run those algorithms fast enough. AI improved when compute caught up with the ambition. For a long time, neural networks were promising, but limited. Then deep learning changed the game. Deep learning simply means neural networks with many layers, trained with enough data and enough compute to become very powerful. This became a huge breakthrough in the 2010s. One famous example was ImageNet. When deep learning models started outperforming older methods on image recognition, the AI world changed fast. Suddenly, AI could recognize objects in photos, understand speech better, and solve tasks that used to be extremely difficult. Another famous example was AlphaGo. When AI beat top human Go players, it shocked the world. Go had long been considered too intuitive, too abstract, and too complex for machines to master well. But deep learning showed that with enough data and compute, machines could learn patterns that looked like intuition. Deep learning made neural networks strong enough for real-world tasks. Now we get to the part that led to ChatGPT. Large language models, or LLMs, did not begin by trying to become human-like minds. They began with a simpler challenge. Predict the next word. That sounds almost too simple. But if a model gets very good at predicting the next word across huge amounts of text, it starts learning grammar, style, facts, context, and even patterns of reasoning. This is where transformers changed everything. Before transformers, language models had trouble keeping track of long-range context. Transformers introduced attention, a way for the model to focus on the most important parts of a sentence or paragraph. That made language models much more powerful. Then came GPT-style models. They were trained on enormous amounts of text, code, and conversation. And suddenly, a next word predictor started to look like a general language engine. A simple autocomplete tool predicts the next word in a sentence. An LLM does that at massive scale with enough context too. That is why LLMs felt like a revolution. LLMs began as next word prediction, then scaled into powerful language systems. Then AI changed again, this time for the public. ChatGPT made AI feel accessible, conversational, and immediate. For millions of people, that was their first direct experience with a powerful language model. It could explain things. It could draft writing. It could help with school, business, code, and brainstorming. That mattered because AI stopped being just a back-end system and became a product people used directly. And once that happened, the field accelerated. New models got better at. This led to the next stage, AI agents. An AI agent is not just a chatbot. It can plan, search, write, revise, call tools, and complete tasks. That is a major shift. A chatbot talks. An agent acts. ChatGPT made AI mainstream, and agents made AI useful across steps. So where does AI go from here? Probably not in one giant leap, but in many smaller ones. Future AI will likely become. We will likely see more AI agents in everyday life. But the hard questions will matter even more. The next era of AI will not just be about capability. It will be about responsibility. The future of AI is not just smarter models, it's smarter use. AI started as a question, then it became a field, then it became a tool, then it became infrastructure, and now it is becoming a collaborator. The real revolution is not that machines can now do more. It is that humans now have a new kind of partner. If you like videos like this, please subscribe to this channel.